Easter celebration. Easter, where kabidonisi. That's what we witnessed. I wali ofuma and mighty Jara. Afambu ifi arono okafo na sige no rinne na Anambra Youth Hour. Today is going to be a bumper one. Last week I may give away, and because of transparency we had to take it away to the social media. So not everyone could claim their giveaway. But onwe kebi hen no chata. That giveaway culture has come to stay. So na tell last week, some people actually got theirs because they were able to confirm, their numbers on social media, and also appreciate the sponsor on social media, which is also important. So today, something big is going to happen as well. Do not worry, we have you covered and you will smile at the end of this program. Introducing and welcoming specially the President General of ASATU Youth Wing, Comrade Ken Okoli. Ototuama, Comrade.
Ototuama, Dalo.
PJ with Isia Shine. Your post, even I didn't break light, Yanya.
Today is that. Yesterday was wonderful for us as ASATU Youth.
Yeah.
It was wonderful for us. And mean today they can work if you say for the go late because the appointment was gotten just less than 24 hours.
Oh.
And then say, if we were getting a phone at that time,
Yes.
You remember?
Yes.
Good. We had another invitation.
Okay.
Which was just short time that we had for it. And I do coffee.
Okay.
Na Dioka.
Okay.
Nobodo Chief Martins. Nobodo High Chief Jim Martins, my brother.
Oh my.
Okay.
Amazing.
Akubudike one Numudioka, and he's a star role model from Dunukovia.
Yes.
And the role model from Umudioka. So it was a wonderful engagement.
Okay.
The time we did the award ceremony, he was not in Nigeria, and we didn't fit to wait for him to return so that we can decorate him as a patron of ASATU Youth. And then, of course, when you say ASATU Youth, it means indigenous youth of Anambra all over the world, and the youths who are living in Anambra, whether you're from Anambra or not, we are concerned about you.
Okay.
It was a very
at the same time. I can imagine. Yes, so I'm sure. It's all on
in fact.
It
has to be done.
Doc.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. And that is why Imano Makana Anyuelo good health in Anambra. That's why we're here today. Of course, Dr. Priska Wampo, my dear sister, is here as well. So we're having a beautiful, yes, it is our time, it is our hour.
Yes.
If I get home here today, if basala nchanine makana beke say na gene bogene, health is wealth.
Yeah.
Na asufu ya nibo na alalo onilo. So if you're listening to us now and you know the personality of the PG, maybe name here closely, and you know Dr. Priska, you'll of course know where we are heading to. Today we'll be talking about our health. Our health. And when we talk about good health and well-being, that's SDG 3. So we'll be measuring on that. It's a global goal to achieve qualitative health care. That is improving longevity, because we know in this part of the world now longevity and life expectancy are sitting or not even somewhat in the 50s and tapering to the 40s. That's not what we want to keep hearing. So what is the possibility? Is there a way forward? So today on the program we'll be discussing 10 healthy living tips for youths. 10 healthy living tips for youth. And we know that Dr. Priska is also a healthy living insider.
A strong advocate.
Yes, so, and when you come to exercises, our PG will show you moves. You know, I'm a Anambra and exercise, you know. So we're going to now get the low down. And you know, one day I know that I will also learn to exercise from you.
This next Saturday, because Saturday, I foresee a lot of crowd.
Okay, next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday. Yeah,
because of the giveaway.
Not the giveaway. Giveaway is different. I mean, because you know that Equipment Square. Equipment Square.
Yes.
A lot of people that used to go to Equipment Square have now been asked to go to stadium as an option available for the routine exercise, and we're expecting that the crowd that will be a source.
Let us make our debut on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let us be there. But I'm not seeing myself in Anambra. Seriously, I'll tell you about it after the program. Okay, so PG, talk to us.
Okay.
First of all, let's start from the You're a youth advocate. You've always been this way. You decided to do this. Then Anyanwazie, a mother, the mother of the state, who decided that healthy living is a goal that she will pursue during her husband's administration, which we of course believe will continue in the next 4 years plus. How did you come into the healthy living? How did you catch the bug? Talk to us about it.
Okay, you know, I am a very strong believer in this administration, and by the grace of God, and I happen to be the leader of the young people of the 179 communities in Anambra State. Being a believer in this administration, I believe that whatever good that has to come for the young people, I should be able to be at the forefront to bring the one that will come for the youth and ensure that youth benefit very well from it. So having seen the First Lady, Dr. Mrs. Saludo, advocating for healthy living, while Mr. Governor is transforming Anambra under the 5 key pillars, I saw it as a welcome development. Having participated in the first program that she launched, I had an opportunity to talk on behalf of the youth. I pleaded with Mama Anambra and said, Mama Anambra, the youth, we feel that this project, we should not just be partaker of it, we should also be strong stakeholders in the project.
Wow.
And being strong stakeholders in the project, we should own it, drive it, run with it, and sustain it. That even when this administration expires after 8 years, it will now be part and parcel of the lifestyle of the young people.
Or derega.
Most of the times I make a project and
history.
Because I'm the youth leader, I know the 5 key thematic areas of the federal government policy on youth development. That health and healthy promoting lifestyle is one of the 5 key thematic areas of the health Nigerian policy on health, Nigerian policy on youth development. So I said, no, Mama, we need to be involved. And having said that, she was like, wow, that we are going to be involved in driving this. And when she came back, she invited me to come to the lodge, and I participated in the program that was done that day, and that is how it started.
Wow.
And I joined the team, the living team. Over time, all I was thinking about was, how will I ensure that young people will get this message, take it, run with it, and make it a living lifestyle? Then we had to articulate how the living ethics for young people. And after articulating it, we came up with 10 tips. And after that, we sent it to her, said, Mama, you can look at this. After sending it to her, she looked at it. 3 months later, she called and said, this is a wonderful piece. In fact, we should drive it.
Amazing.
You know, we had to publish it in a book form, a booklet form, and he even told us, hey, Mama, don't even bother yourself about funding it.
Okay.
Because if we own something,
you should invest.
We should put whatever we have in it. It's our own thing. A good message of that nature shouldn't be something that, okay, it's in everything there. No.
And she's investing a lot. She invested her life.
She's doing a lot in that area.
Yes.
So to find out what's in Tobia, you made Amazon. What to say, Mama? She said, okay, we had to get involved in it and get it printed. We got one sponsor.
That should be good. I remember. Yes.
To sponsor the booklet.
Okay.
And we did. Then,
a booklet. Okay.
Booklet. Oh, so it's not for sale. We're sharing free. And then with Omopa, she's involved in a lot of healthy living works.
Yes.
A lot.
From cooking to gardening to
exercises, reaching out to young people, reaching out to the women and all that. Then a benefit exercise. Well, I hope that the Kaina exercise because it's really part of her.
Oh yes.
Exercise. That was a year, more than 18 months ago. And that was in a stadium. I tell you, our leader, Professor Charles Masuludo, I have done exercise. Name is I bought a few down, around. Ofodo, she can go. You can get a quanozo. You can get channels. You can get channels. Mana, Fibo continue to about that field around up to 12 times.
Yeah, Professor Charles Soludo at over 60.
Yes.
Balo Oka Township Stadium round 12 times. Because I will try it on Saturday.
I got to go for another. I say one more. Something else.
Wow.
Wow. I think my body gets accustomed to it.
Yes.
That's why it's
yes.
People
when
should
it
do
becomes a habit, it seeps into your character. It becomes part of you.
And I said that one. Hey, nobody. After that day, we took them weeks to recover.
Yeah.
Then I have been joined na lodge for the exercise.
Okay.
We every Saturday. And sometimes on Otopa, sometimes on Ojokwa abroad, sometimes on Batagwa. So as she look at the Apokwa. So we go. More people were coming and they had enough to accommodate us.
I had to get back to the
stadium where it will contain everyone.
Plus her house will be closed by very soon.
So
yeah.
Then
yes.
Utakaisi were moved on a stadium. A very wonderful young man as a coach. Gideon.
Okay.
Who is coaching us? And we're expecting him to be here. He will be here.
Okay, so he will be joining us. Okay, how can I reserve a lot so fantastic.
So
let me show us some moves.
Some moves. One might exercise gear. All right, PG, just to let you know that Anambra youths are watching from around the state and around the country. Ofochema Blessing is watching on Ekenayosi. Good morning, Ndinona Studio. Chioma Aifogi. Obinze Obianuju is saying good morning everyone, more grace. And then Chimonye Jenny Wafo is also saying hi. All right, so we're streaming live on Anambra Broadcasting Service Facebook page this morning. And I'm also streaming live on my own handle on Facebook, my Facebook page, Ifi Aron Okafo. It's also good for you to join us on social media. When you will have to claim a win on the program today. So be part of the social media conversation as we move on. All right, so now let's talk to Dr. Priska. Being part of the Healthy Living team, Iman, there's this story. I read it, I think it was even before Mama Anambra came to Anambra when her husband came into power. Because I got interested in her story. I saw her pictures before now, you know, when she was quite imago, way back. And at some point, there was a struggle, I think it was health related, and she just had to sit herself down, go away and that she needed to save her life. And healthy living became the solution that she found. So what she's also doing in Anambra now is also a solution to good health, because if it is part of our culture, then naturally there are illnesses. Yeah. So being part of the team, are there other things you can tell us about the philosophy, the underlying philosophy, and why this is going to last forever, as long as Anambra, that healthy living is going to be part of our consciousness? Talk to us, please.
Okay, you know, it's not like we don't know the benefits of some of these things, but it's just that sometimes we do not pay attention. So Her Excellency believes that every human being is what they eat. Everything that happens to you is a product of what enters into your system, what enters into your body. And when people begin to understand that, you're going to find out that the hospitals are going to be reduced. It's not every day you go to the hospital, you see somebody suffering from something that you know that. Because if you watch, you ask yourself, our parents, our forefathers then, all these kind of ailments we are now passing through, then we are not going through them. Because most times, what they eat is what they grow. What they eat are things that they produce. Okay, they farm to feed. Exactly, they farm to feed, yes. Okay. But now you see us eating most of this processed food that we do not know how they were made, when we just buy to feed. Okay. But then they were farming to feed. And that is why they can actually say, so you can be able to say, this is what is wrong with me, because you know what you ate. You understand? But here, most times we go, we buy shawarma, we buy ice cream, we buy parfait, all these things. So, we keep thinking about this. But these things, noodles, pasta. Yeah. Our ancestors are eating way processed food. You understand? So, and most times, when now there is a conversation that is currently going on online about PCOS. Women and PCOS, a lot of people coming out to talk about their stories and all. And one lady came out to say, because you know that when somebody has PCOS, it's a struggle to conceive. Because what can I PCOS? That's polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay. So it's basically cysts that grow around your ovaries. It makes it difficult getting pregnant. Okay. So a lady is pregnant for the third child right now. So it started generating that conversation. People were like, how come? Like, people started asking questions. How come? She's popular, Maraji. She's pregnant for baby number 3. And she has PCOS. And nobody actually knew until she got pregnant. So she now started saying everything, how she started suffering from acne. She kept on battling PCOS. She decided to change her diet, changed everything she was eating, her food, everything changed. And now she's pregnant for baby number 3. And this is already a medical condition that say that if you have, it's going to be difficult for you to conceive. So she was trying to let people know that to a large extent, the things we eat matters a lot. The things we put into our body matters a lot. And that is what Her Excellency is advocating. And that is why she now started the Healthy Living Show, which I anchor. Because she felt that just going for exercise, establishing healthy living clubs in schools, in different local governments is not enough. People also need to see. People also need to hear. Let it be something that they can't, like, you can't run away from. If you want to, if you talk about exercise, Saturday you see it, Friday you watch the Healthy Living show. Everywhere you go, it's Healthy Living Gospel. Because to a large extent, how we grow or how we survive is dependent on what we put into our system. You are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
You just made an example of Her Excellency. I wasn't coming to that. I saw that picture. I was shocked. I didn't know it was possible.
Yeah.
Because the other day somebody was just saying, this my belly, this my pot belly. Can it ever be flat? I thought, of course it can. It can. Everything is discipline.
Yes.
You need to be disciplined. You see people that are on the heavy side saying that they can never lose weight. That is not true. The thing is, we like cutting corners. We do not want to put in the work.
Okay.
And the work is watching what you eat, exercising, healthy living. But we just want the easy one. That is why you see some people going for surgery and all those things.
It's about surgery.
But that's the point. Because the surgery is not even foolproof.
Okay.
It's not foolproof. That's the rightness. It's not foolproof. If you watch documentaries of patients that have gone under the knife for gastric bypass, where you reduce your intestines, so the size of your, they'll tell you their struggles. It's not easy. So why don't you adopt a healthy lifestyle?
Naturally.
See, it's not easy. Let's not get it twisted. It is not easy.
Naturally, as humans, we have this penchant to satisfy our urges,
Yes, the discipline comes into play.
Yes, it's easier to sit down, and watch movies than to walk around.
Exactly.
We are told during programs also, because I'm also an advocate of the healthy living movement. So if we're having a program now, PG will attest that I don't let people sit for too long. After sitting for a while, we stand for healthy living break. And we did that at Agwata. In fact, when I went to anchor the Agwata Women's Summit, it was beautiful because the ladies are mad on the healthy living July Banwa. Microphone, So the Healthy Living Crusade is on in Anambra, and I hope that you're listening to us, that you're part of it. So we'll come back to the PG now to give us the 10 tips. If you're listening to us, thank you so much for being here with us. We'll be taking your comments in the comment section. On our ABS Facebook page, Biko. All our virtual audiences, thank you so much for being here today. We're talking about healthy living tips for youths. Are there things you have discovered, as a person who also wants to live healthy, that you would like to share with the youth of Anambra this morning? Just put it in the comment box.
Yes.
And then you're able to share your own experiences. So as the PG shares, when the spirit whisper to you, that you've experienced this or you want to, you can let us know, and we will definitely give you the opportunity to be heard on the program. We want to welcome specially the coach of the Healthy Living Exercise Group, Coach Gideon Kekime. Okay, Biansoni Gohu.
Good morning.
Asipane ya bianne tichimo. I know you will get me. When Kebo warm up. I warm up. I'm going to also warm up. So, Coach, how do you feel this morning, and how does the healthy living movement jump out? In fact, when you were told to come and coach, what was the first thing that occurred to you, and how has it been so far?
Yeah, when I was told to come and coach, I was very excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, trying to, how would I put it now? Like getting people to be aware of what health is all about. When you do it in the gym, like on your private gym, you don't really go out that, that far to tell people about it. Like, it should only be the people that calls you on phone and the people that come into that very place.
I get it.
Now, but when you go out, like the big stadium that we have now, many people people will be passing and they will see people wearing sports clothes. What are they actually doing?
Yeah.
You know, and many people will troop in.
So, I feel alone with.
Yes. So I was very excited, you know, to let people know something about health. Because most people think health is like the way we see it here. Most people think that maybe if you are slim, just like you, that you are healthy. Some people feel that when you are slim, you are healthy, and when you are fat, you are not healthy. But that's a very wrong
assumption.
Yeah, assumption. So you can be very slim and you're very unhealthy. So we going out there to tell people about it is actually a thing that gives joy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're part of a movement for a healthier Anambra. That's how you see it. It gives you a sense of purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so we're not going to have the PG run down because I know that when he came up with the 10 tips, healthy living tips for youth, there were things, there were concepts, there were ideas, and he did a lot of research. All to better. And was anything that we want to add, we can add. And then we're going to open up the phone lines at some point so that everyone, guess what? This is our gathering. Jido, your phone. Jidi Wokugi, Naka, Makano, Genadranya, Game Appear, Cape, Kitinyono. PG, please tell us tip 1.
All right. If you teach these are the living tips for young people.
Yeah.
What that now? In the healthy living tips for the elderly people.
Okay.
In the healthy living tips for the below the youth age. Makana. This one is specifically for the youth. Specifically for the youth.
Yes.
Because in somebody only non-retirement age, you know, you're not communicating to the right person. And the now go takele kana ga akwụkwọ or when I go on a primary level now go maka work a manner about the right person can. So this is for the youth who are of work age.
More in a Wanda Nigeria maka mentorship of $18,000.
Yeah, you understand it now. So this 10 healthy living tips for youth. Nutrition, number 1. 2, personal hygiene.
Okay.
3, environmental cleanliness. Number 1, nutrition.
Okay.
Number 2, personal hygiene. Number 3, environmental cleanliness.
When you talk about personal hygiene and environmental cleanliness, is it possible for us to bring them together? Who can makia? Yeah, especially since we know that a lot is going on, Ironwell or Cha Brigade, you know, a lot of things, a lot has been put in place to ensure a cleaner Anambra. And these things also affect the climatic issues and globally, which are major issues. So how do we link my being clean as a person to keeping my environment clean?
Fire water, you have water. Everything about them will be clean. But the environment where they live is dirty. And when you say environment where they live, it's not just the house where you're living in, because sometimes people walk to their house is clean. And what is on the street or the dirty, and they feel that it's not their concern. But it's wrong. Your street should also reflect inside their house. You know, your street should also reflect inside the house. So what does it mean? It means that you should be at the forefront advocating for people to put hands together, get like minds who keep their houses, inside their houses clean, and ensure that their street is also clean. I do it in my street.
Okay.
In fact,
and
my volunteerism in that nature, my own street is now should be the chairman of the street.
Oh, that kid, seriously, because it's something I can actually do in my street. I don't complain. Each time you keep complaining, but you've never taken action to change it.
And in the distanciation people. Na abia na ego for this thing. I also made it that na people water that na this thing na in a bar if you somewhere it makes the whole thing, the whole place dirty. So now that the makaina kukwa then they are never full and all that na big boafia. So in my street, I can tell you that my street is one of the most coordinated streets. Now I work very well with the sanitation agency. Now big boafia. Every Wednesday they come and people pay without grumbling. You don't need to bring any court, senior energy court, and back if enforce all the payment. In what the amount in a vehicle compare with the work they are doing. For that now, it's better. You pay.
Absolutely. And then you're healthier for it because when your environment is clean, you're sure that you won't have lots of flies around,
exactly.
You won't have lots of mosquitoes around, and these are things that cause diseases. PG, please, tip 4.
Okay. 4 is relaxation.
Okay.
5th one, exercise, sports and games.
Okay, now we're going to link relaxation and exercise. Is there a link? Because sometimes the person is always almost stressed. So maybe now what on Bob, and I know lots of people are listening to us from the market. Exercise or or the same thing when I am active in my work. Is it the same as exercising, Coach?
It's not the same thing.
Okay.
Because the idea
the mindset
about work.
Okay.
About though in a track some people like a woman I met I think last 2 weeks Sunday all the woman all the I think 96 years old. My neighbor trek after KTC in an Anglican church. She had to trek from the church. She trekked down to her house. She has been doing that often, like every early morning prayer or trek from here to the church. Like no you understand? But ideally, she's actually exercising.
Okay.
But stress I draw na area like utona dininde na afia.
I get it. Okay.
So onya ese madokta be exercise say na na aga afia. Onya finish here from afia. And beje okwe stress be okwe again. But so that afia organ for me is not exercise.
Okay.
Now you have to, when you're going to the gym, you see you put on a different different mindset.
Yeah.
So it's when you're going to say mental fitness, mental and physical fitness. So your mental destiny change to something different.
Are they relaxed? That's why I needed us to link relaxation and exercising because people shouldn't see it not or just stress you away. Please see after fruits after. That's the major part.
And I'm not telling for the man in a gym, so like some people go to gym and after going to the gym for a day, they won't come again. Like the stress will be much on them, the pains will be much on them. When I go to exercise, no, you start from a step.
Oh, okay.
Some people are like the last 2 months ago, they want to cover it up, and when you do that, you just break down and you won't go to the gym again. So, on a camera, it will also help you to relax. You can go home and relax. You can even stay at the gym there and relax.
Okay.
So just keep building it gradually.
I get you, and that's why we need professionals like you to direct the process. PG, let me crack you up a little. Maybe they've had to relocate, and then I'm close to Ekweme Boulevard. You find that there's a structure, there are social clubs out of exercising. Now they step money. Yeah, we make exercise. That was waffle. You work well with it was funny to me, But now that you're talking about it, I see that it's also it's about the mental decongestion. more. You know, make exercise, but that does not mean that you're not yourself anymore. It's a place to be happy. Yes, it makes you happy. All right, so PG will run through the rest and open up the phone lines.
Okay. We talked about the
4 and 5.
We 5 and then the 6th one.
Yeah.
Work. That's WORK. Work.
Work.
Yes.
Okay.
Sleep.
Okay.
The 7th one, health education. The 9th one, medical checkup. That's routine medical checkup. Then the 10th one, community shared values.
Amazing. So the health education is what we're talking about now. And then the community shared values, what we say every Monday here. We keep sharing them. We keep talking about them. Sleep as well is very critical. You know, some people that night, some even have insomnia because of some of these things. But no, you can be the exercise of you get a lot of relief because you've been able to relieve yourself internally. All right, so we'll take a few calls before we add our voices to the conversation a lot more. Remember, open line messages, please. I would like to take them. Remember, we are streaming on ABS Facebook page. Call us on 0706 538 1320. Again, 0706 538 1320. All right, Dr. Priska, is there anything you need to add regarding some of the other tips, like the health education, which you're championing for the healthy living team?
Yeah, she's doing a lot.
Okay, yes, let's take this call. Let's take this call before we take your thoughts. Hello? Hello? Hello, Otutuoma, are you there? Okay, please call us back. All right, Doc, please talk to us.
Okay, one of the tips the PG mentioned is routine medical checkups. I think that is also very important. You know, here in this part of the world, we do not have the habit of going for routine checks. If you have a headache, or you have cold, or you have catarrh or cough, the first thing that comes to your mind is malaria. You go to the pharmacy, you go and get over-the-counter medication without any prescription, and you take it. So I think we should, you know, imbibe the habit of going for routine medical checks, and we should limit the incidence of self-medicating. And if you feel a certain type of way, it's always advised that you talk to a healthcare practitioner other than self-medicating.
Absolutely. Hello, good morning. When you call us, kindly turn down the volume on your radio set or move far away from it so we don't get that disturbing hold back. Thank you as you comply. Hello? Otutuoma.
Ndị Anambra ekene m ụnụ.
Daalụ.
Happy 31.
No.
Yeah, if you are on.
Welcome.
Doctor, please come and forget email.
I demand you stay in.
Nwanne nwoke nọ na studio, come here.
Daalụ.
Ana m ekene kwa David Moore.
Yeah.
Nanka.
Yes.
David Moore, welcome.
Yes. Anụrụ m ihe a na-ekwu. Ọ makakwa na amaka. Na-ebi etu na mbụ onye Anambra bụrụ onye na nka. Ebi etu nke anyị. Ihe ọnwụ na ịmụta ha ebe ahụ. Ọkwago mere onwe ka anụgo m ihe bido na mgbago wee rue ihe na-aganụ. Eburu ebi etu ogbogogo kwa oche jigokwa ọbụla dị etu ahụ dị mbụ. Ihe dị iche na-apụta na ya. Abụghị nke emere wee ebe na ndị kpọrọ ukwe nyegachara ego. Ọdụọkwa izi. Ha nwere ihe niile n'ọịchọ isonye ị na-amụta ihe. Anụ ekele nwanne m nwoke nọ na studio be anyị. Ekelekwe m. Jide ka iji. Atụ eze anyị gọzie ụnụ. Ọrụ ọmụmụta na-ebi etu ọ gaghị ata ata. Ọ ga na-aga n'iru. Ọ ga-adịrị anyị mma. N'aha Jizọs.
Amen.
Amen.
Much David Moore. Make exercise and stay healthy. Stay healthy for us. Thank you very much. We have this one from Ofochoma Blessing on my Facebook page, and she says, while doing exercises, please always check your BP and make sure you eat right and healthy to avoid slump and die. Yeah, I guess that's why. Hello? Hello? Good morning. Okay, please call us back. Yeah, okay, so we are rounding off. Let's start with Dr. Priska. Can you pass a message to our youth, if you were to give just one advice to the young people, something brief, what would it be?
It will be, you are what you eat. So pay attention to what you eat and try and do some exercises. If you cannot even afford to go to the gym or even go to the stadium, well, the internet is here. Look for some, home exercises you can do by yourself. But basically, pay attention to your diet and try and exercise. It will help you. Remember, you are what you eat. And a healthy man is a wealthy man. But Her Excellency says a healthy man is not just a wealthy man, because you feel very healthy, you feel wealthy, but you are not happy. So she says that a healthy man is a happy man.
Absolutely. And before we come to you, Coach Gideon, BG, there's something you wanted us to do. Can we do that thing? Can we announce it briefly?
Okay, no, yeah. That giveaway will start next week.
Hey.
So, and it will be for data, 5k for data.
Wow.
Each secretariat zone.
How many people? One person.
One person. Okay. Every week we give out 15,000.
Wow. Okay.
For data. And that will be in line with what we're going to start in the area of mentorship. Area of mentorship in line with work. Okay. That's career mentorship.
Absolutely.
I've been at this living. If we're gonna Priska, a specialty our health education.
Yeah.
And he's advocating for it, giving us the tips and all that. Then we're gonna Gideon exercise,
physical,
work and game, exercise, sports and game. If we are already there. So more, my own side is mentorship, career mentorship. Yeah. So I want to see where young people who understand what it means to do self-assessment, do research in the world of work, do decision-taking, do networking and contact, then do work plan. Okay. So that they will have this holistic view of what it means to be valuable in the world of work.
Absolutely. And we'll roll this out in the coming weeks. So everybody get ready and come ready to win every Monday. Coach Gideon, just briefly as we close, if you got drop a line.
I want everybody to exercise.
Okay.
Yeah, just if you wake up every morning, make sure the way you brush your mouth when you wake up, the next thing you do after brushing your mouth, go and exercise.
Okay. All right.
This Saturday,
yeah, 7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Every Saturday at the stadium.
All right. Okay, so as we close, social media, we say thank you so much for being part of this talk on the 10 healthy living tips for Anambra youth and indeed for youths around the world. Afambo Ifi Aaron Wokafo, the CEO of Crystal Integrated Power Solution, Mesifa in Kasme, on my wedding on Saturday. Congratulations to him. That's the man who sponsors our giveaways. Yeah. All this while. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week on the program. And our message to you is keep staying healthy, because healthy living is the way forward. Stay tuned. This is still the ABS.